Okay, Timothy and church discipline. This is Church Discipline in Love, number 7 of 12. In 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 through 5. Hello everybody, welcome. Paul said in 2 Timothy 3, 1 through 5, "You should know this, Timothy, that in the last days there will be very difficult times, for people will love only themselves and their money. They will be boastful and proud, scoffing at God, disobedient to their parents, and ungrateful. They will consider nothing sacred. They will be unloving and unforgiving. They will slander others and have no self-control. They will be cruel and hate what is good. They will betray their friends. They'll be reckless, puffed up, and proud, and love pleasure rather than God. They will act religious, but they will reject the power that could make them holy. Stay away from people like that." End quote. Some scriptures we just read over and don't realize how it essentially is instructing a form of church discipline. Sometimes with church discipline, the scriptures say to shun or not associate with, etc. And here it says, stay away from. Sadly, some Christians have some of these character traits. Paul concludes in saying, quote, "They will act religious, but they will reject the power that could make them godly," end quote. How many professing Christians do you know that this would apply to? Now you know, quote, to stay away from people like that, end quote. But these verses are not talking about unsaved people in the world, or you would have to go out of the world, as Paul said in 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 9 and 10, quote, "When I wrote to you before, I told you not to associate with people who indulge in sexual sin. But I wasn't talking about unbelievers who indulge in sexual sin, or greedy people, or people who cheat, or worship idols. You would have to leave the world to avoid people like that," end quote. Sometimes it's hard to know for sure if someone is really saved, especially if they profess to be a Christian. 1 Timothy 2:19 says, "But God, He knows those that belong to Him," end quote. Paul went on to say in 1 Timothy 2:22, quote, "Pursue righteousness, faithfulness, love, and peace with those who call on the Lord with pure hearts," end quote. Here Paul is not only telling us what to pursue, but who to pursue it with. There are lots of Christians, but be sure and pursue with those who call on the Lord with pure hearts. Did you realize here in 2 Timothy 3, 1 through 5, there are actually 20 different ungodly character traits? Number 1, they love only themselves. Number 2, they love only their money. Number 3, they're boastful. Number 4, they're proud. Number 5, they scoff at God. Number 6, they're disobedient to their parents. Number 7, they're ungrateful. Number 8, they consider nothing sacred. Number 9, they're unloving. Number 10, they're unforgiving. Number 11, they slander others. Number 12, they have no self-control. Number 13, they're cruel. Number 14, they hate what is good. Number 15, they betray their friends. Number 16, they're reckless. Number 17, they're puffed up with pride. Number 18, they love pleasure rather than God. And number 19, they act religious. Number 20, they reject the power that could make them godly. And finally, Paul says, stay away from people like this. The Apostle Paul said in 1 Corinthians 15:33, "Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character." End quote. Solomon, the wisest man on earth at his time, wrote in Proverbs 13:20, quote, "Be with wise men and become wise. Be with evil men and become evil," end quote. It's amazing that if you obey God to simply avoid bad Christians and simply companion with good Christians, that alone will make you a good person and, quote, useful for the master.